Okay, welcome back. We're on page 25 talking about agile development. And yes, agile development is pretty doggone cool, but in order for you to engage in it, you really need to know an awful lot about it. You need to know what the risks and are before you start one of those things. Okay, there are some other techniques. On page 26, they talk about the joint application development and rapid application development. These are typically tools that you can get. Let's say, for example, that you're gonna design a new I don't know, cost accounting system. Well, do you think you're the first person on the planet to develop a cost accounting system? Well, probably not. So if it's something that's kind of generic that almost everyone has it, it's very likely that you can get a RAD tool to help you put one of those things together, and it'll cut the development time dramatically. Pretty cool system. Okay, so let's talk in overall terms. Let's talk about the system development methods, what they all basically have in common and what it is they do. One is you develop a project plan. Yeah, that's kind of important. You involve the users and listen carefully to what they have to say. Yep, that's very important. Use project manager tools to identify tasks and milestones. Now, you guys have probably seen things like, not necessarily in Visio, but you've seen Gantt charts and PERT charts where you have a long project and you paste it up on the wall. Here's where you are, and it helps keep everyone kind of in tune to meeting all the deadlines. Develop accurate cost and benefit information. Yep, and then of course remain as flexible as possible. Okay, next on page 27, they have this cool figure talking about how systems analysts fit into a big organizational structure. So this is a mythical IT structure that might be the way they're organized. And so we're going to go through each one of these little boxes to kind of basically talk about them. So application development. This is, where the systems are developed by the team. And the, users, managers, IT staff, everyone gets involved. The system support and security. These are probably specialized people, and they're providing that vital protection and maintenance services to the organization. They're kind of more out of the way. The big picture, the customers inside the company. Other company employees don't even know these guys exist. And in fact, if you're doing their job well, they don't know they exist. User support, okay, quite the opposite. These guys are well known. And this provides the users with their technical information, training, and productivity support. This is the tech support phone call. Like, I can't get out of the screen. The database administrator, once again, if the database administrator does their job really well, you don't even know they're there. Very important. The design and maintenance of these databases is critical. Okay. Network administration, once again, these people try to be kind of behind the scenes, but they end up sending out messages, we're going to have a downtime for this, we're going to have a downtime for that. So it's the hardware and software and maintenance support. That's kind of a more of an in-your-face kind of a thing. There are going to be people walking around installing stuff on your PCs, those kinds of things. Web support, you got to maintain your web page, and you got to have people to make sure everything's working, do updates, and answering emails that go to the webmaster, those kinds of things. So, design of the web page and maintenance of the web page, whether it's done in-house or hosted, those kind of things. And then quality assurance. This is basically a team that reviews and tests all applications to make sure they meet all the specifications. This is very important. One of the things that the software industry has gotten into a lot is metrics. Here's how long it should take, and here's how much it could cost, here's how much everything involved is all monitored. So I know how long each step's supposed to take, and the quality assurance people can kind of go through a checklist and say, you've done these tests, you've done this unit testing, and they check off, okay, this has been done, this has been done, this has been done. Okay, on page 29 they talk about the role of the systems analyst. And once again, if you recall, I'm pretending like all of you guys are going to be systems analysts. So, your role is to analyze, build a series of models, diagrams, and decision tables. Uses other descriptive tools and techniques. An analyst's most valuable skill is the ability to listen. I like that. An effective analyst will involve other users in every step of the process. So you can't be a systems analyst hiding in a cave. You really got to be out there and you got to be talking to the people. One of the things that I think is kind of strange about being a systems analyst is that at the end of the project, you're going to know practically everything there is to know about their business. Okay, like you pop into a sales department, you're going to put together a system for the sales team. When you're done, you're going to know more about sales than they do. Now, the converse is not true, right? The salespeople are not going to know beans about how to develop a system, but you're going to end up being the smartest person in the company when you're done. Yep, that's true. Okay, and the knowledge, skills, and education that are required to get to where you are. Yes, you need technical knowledge. You need communication skills, business skills, critical thinking skills. Yep, and education, and in some cases, some certifications. There's some development certifications. There's network certification. There's A+ and CompTIA stuff, and there's Microsoft and Cisco. All those guys have fantastic certification programs. Okay, I'm kind of going to skip on page 31. I'll skip the career opportunities part and just basically go directly to the end of the chapter. We talk about the summary. I am going to go through and kind of read the chapter summary and think back about at the beginning of this lecture. We talked about the things that we're supposed to learn. So this is kind of your opportunity to check them off. So IT refers to the combination of hardware, software, and resources that companies use to manage, access, communicate, and share information. The central components of the information system are the hardware, software, data, processes, and people. And I may throw in a test question and ask you, of those, which two are the most important? Successful companies offer a mix of products, technical, financial support, consulting, and customer support. Information systems are identified as enterprise, transaction, business support, knowledge management, or user productivity. Organization structure include top managers, middle managers, knowledge workers, supervisors, and team leaders. The IT department develops, maintains, operates the company's infrastructure. Systems analysts need to be a combination of technical and business knowledge, analytical ability, and communication skills. And systems analysts need to consider salary, location, future growth when considering a career. So, that pretty much well covers Chapter 1. I'll see you guys next time for Chapter 2.